you day. Today
লাইভ
is
গেছে কি?
internet. Hello.
লাইভ হয়েছে?
Please check and let me know.
Anyway, we can start it like that. That today is the Diabetes Educators Day, and diabetes educators play a very important role in the control of diabetes. Unfortunately, in India, for example, the role of diabetes educators is not much appreciated most of the time. But it goes without saying, in any developed country like the United Kingdom or the USA, the diabetes educators play a primary role, in fact, a much important role than even the consultants. And what is also very important is the fact that they are the ones who stand as the middle bridge or the middle link between the doctor and the patient. Because it's physically not possible for each and every doctor to really have a word every day with a patient regarding the daily problems. So, what is very important is that the diabetes educator should stand there and provide the guidelines and maybe provide the guidance in between the times, in between the two consultation sessions. So, so the role of diabetes educator is something which can never be overemphasized. It is very much there, and the fact is that the diabetes educators play a very important role. And today, the 5th of September, is the day when we show, when we remember the diabetes educators for the yeoman service they're providing. So, with that few words, I think we can start the discussions right now if the other people have joined.
We honor to
Yes,
thank you,
definitely.
sir. We honor to hand over the session to our moderator, Professor Dr. Rakesh Kumar, a renowned diabetologist and the Assistant Secretary of Diabetes Awareness and Youth. Sir, please start.
Thank you, Sukanya. First of all, uh, thank you all for joining on this auspicious day of International Diabetes Educators Day, as well as Teachers Day. So today we are going to have a discussion on the diabetes education, educators, their challenges, status. So before starting the discussion, I would like to invite our Secretary Day, Mr. Indrajit Majumdar, to introduce our panelists, and so that after that we will start our formal discussion. Mr.
Thank you.
Majumdar, please.
Thank you, Dr. Rakesh. Today we have with us Dr. Sujay Mujumdar, our Vice President, and we have Dr. Amit Gupta. Amit Gupta, thank you, sir. Amit Gupta is the chair for the IDF Diabetes School Committee, and we are waiting to join Dr. Bongshi Sabu, sir, the chair Southeast Asia of IDF. We are waiting President IDF as well as the President Badas, Professor Azad Khan, sir, and Dr. Amit Gupta. So I will start. I think Dr. Rakesh, we should start our discussion, and they will join in the meantime.
Thank you, Drijita. So let's start the discussion, and I would like to start discussion with Dr. Gupta. Dr. Gupta, see, you know that we celebrate International Diabetes Educators Day on the 5th of September every year. So, having said that, uh, would you like to share your insight on the status of diabetes education in the world and the challenges across the globe, with a special focus on the developing countries like India and other countries of the Southeast Asian region?
First of all, a very, very happy Teachers' Day to all of you.
Yes.
And thank you, Dr. Mr. Indrajit, for inviting me, and happy Diabetes Educators Day as well. And I am a firm believer that diabetes educators, they are a very, very important component of the team. Their, their role is to deal with the tsunami of diabetes.
Sir, I think your voice is breaking. Your connectivity seems to be poor.
Audible?
We are losing your voice, sir.
Audible now?
Yeah, your voice is getting a bit muffled, so I think there's some problem with your connection.
So, is it no? Hello?
Yes, now you are perfectly audible.
Yesterday, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Poor, unfortunately, so I have switched off my camera. What I was saying is that diabetes educators, they compared to the
We lost you again, Dr. Gupta.
I think his connectivity is a big issue.
Yes.
So we should continue with Dr. Mujumdar.
Yes. Mohinder sir, would you like to share your insight on the status of diabetes education globally, as well as the challenges faced by the diabetes education in different parts of the world, with a special focus on the Southeast Asian region countries?
Right, that's a very important issue. The important issue here is that diabetes educators, as I mentioned earlier, it's this discipline and the role of the diabetes educators is well acknowledged throughout the developed world, particularly the Western world. So each and every institute there, for example, I can speak on my experience of the United Kingdom. The diabetes educators form the backbone of the diabetes management because it's a consultant-led service, but the consultants, for example, would be seeing the patient after every 6 months. So in the meanwhile period, in that intervening period, the diabetes educators, they play an important role in basically counseling the patients, helping the patients at any point of time. And that's why in the Western world, the role of the diabetes educators is well recognized. But unfortunately, in the Southeast Asian countries, particularly in India, we have been struggling quite a lot in establishing this role. Because still now, many physicians in India, particularly those who deal with diabetes at the grassroots level, they are not very, very familiar with this concept of diabetes educators. And to be very
Sir,
honest, there
sir,
is no organized system. Yeah, I think has Dr. Gupta joined now? I don't, and till now, there is no organized system by which the diabetes educators can be actually involved in the diabetes management services of the country. In certain private hospitals, we have got diabetes educators. Some of the government hospitals have also got diabetes educators. But the problem remains that still now, there is no real proper roadmap in most of the institutions as to how to utilize the diabetes educators. And this is exactly where we should, as members of DAY, where one of our important missions is the diabetes education. So I think this is where we should involve, we should try to spread this message around so that diabetes educators are involved well. In fact, in DAY, we have got some very good courses by which the diabetes educators are taught exactly how to help the patients. But unfortunately, the big problem that we come across is the fact that these diabetes educators often do not get proper employment. So there has to be some sort of a logistical change by which these diabetes educators they can be employed properly, and that will also generate a lot of interest. For example, a lot of the diabetes educators in the Western world they come from the nursing background. So you've got some sort of a graduation in nursing, and then afterwards, as a special issue, you do something like a diabetes education. You do something like there are also similar other subspecialty education streams like the growth hormone, the growth clinics, and that where also there's concerned educators to play the role. Similarly, in diabetes educators in India, for example, they have got a big role to play. In fact, one of the most important roles, and this is where the diabetes educators have got a big role to play, is in teaching the patients and maybe also the doctors how to give the insulin injection properly. Because a big problem that we come across with many of the diabetes patients is that often the insulin is not taken properly, the insulin is not stored properly, insulin is, if there's a problem, the insulin needles are not changed frequently. There's no frequent change of the site of the injection. So these are the practical issues in which the diabetes educators on a day-to-day basis, they can counsel the patients so that ultimately by the time the patient is coming back to the doctor again for the consultation, a lot of these grassroots teething problems are sorted out. So this is where the diabetes, and so I think we should have a proper effort, not only at our day level, but also at the government level, so that this message goes around, so that the diabetes educators, they have got a very important role to play, but this is something which must be emphasized upon our lawmakers and the people who control the health policy of this country. So that is where I would like to end my statement here.
Rightly pointed out, sir. We will come back to you again. So before moving to the next question, I would like to invite Mr. Majumdar as a secretary of DAY. You are involved with the day-to-day activity of diabetes education, educators, and you are also doing lots of field work in the field of diabetes. You also share common thoughts with other policy makers, stakeholders, not only across in India, but across the globe. So, what do you think about the status of diabetes education globally, and where do, as a nation, we stand in the field of diabetes education?
Thank you, Dr. Rakesh. This is a very burning issue. Actually, in the case of diabetes also, we are dividing the world into first world country, second world country, or third world country. That is the demarcation in the diabetes case also. You know that I am just sharing an experience of with one of our day member. Now she is living with diabetes in Canada. So when his son diagnosed with pre-diabetes, the actually the state as a whole, the state sent him the glucometer and everything for checking, and one diabetes counselor attached with him for the regular basis counseling and regular diagnosis test and everything. That is the first world country. Now, in the case of third world country, the maximum prevalence of diabetes in the third world country, and they don't have any structured health policies. What Dr. Mujumdar has emphasized that in our country, but in our Southeast Asian countries, the follow-up is very poor. I can refer the last INDIAB study where where it is clearly mentioned that only 7% diabetes population are maintaining the goal. So that is very alarming. Out of 7 out of 100 people maintaining the goal, achieving the goal. So why do we treat diabetes to avoid the complications? That's our major target. In our case, I can share our one survey report here. In the Kolkata Municipal Corporation area, we did a survey for 3 years back, where we found that 80% of the diabetes population are not under control, and the major portion of them had did their last follow-up 1 year, more than 1 year with the doctors. So here is the role of the diabetes educators. One thing I would like to mention that what Dr. Muninder was saying, the policy change is very important. Why the diabetes educator do this bridging? That is most important question nowadays. Because ultimately they have to get some good salary or good money at the end of the month. We have in our country very unstructured diabetes education educators cadre. Almost they are not in the included in the any government under any act. But there is a Skill India movement. The government is going the Skill India, but there is a course for diabetes educators. But that is also not sufficient. What I gone through that course materials, we found that that is very primary level of knowledge. But in the case of what Dr. Mujumdar is said, we are running the course. That is the college recognized course. That is a very well defined course. So we need to brainstorm together. And here, I think today, on this day, International Diabetes Educators Day, I would like to invite all the diabetes educators. Please do come forward, united, and to establish their role, please be united. Because this is the day dedicated for your cadre, your community. So this day is very important, and make some noise. Make some noise. because diabetes educators are we from our organization, we firmly believe that diabetes educators are the key component of diabetes management team because they are the real bridge between the physician and the diabetes population. And in our case, we saw a huge difference between the where the diabetes educator playing a positive role and where there is no diabetes educators. I just shared the our survey report 3 years back in Kolkata Municipal Corporation area, and that is the same picture all over India, I think. So that's my take that today we would like to rededicate ourselves towards the society and find out some solution, some policy making solution to establish the role of diabetes educators in our society and in the protocol of diabetes management.
So what I get from the Dr. Sujay sir and from your uh, experience that the role of diabetes educator is very important. They need incorporation into the day-to-day diabetes management. So while the diabetes management is a 24/7, 365-day job, most of the diabetes educator courses are either part-time certificate courses, 3 months, 6 months, or just a skill enhancement course. Why not we move from a part-time course to the full-time graduation course? So, Mayuka sir, I think just 2 to 3 years ago, we had a degree course from the West Bengal Institute of Health Sciences from diabetes educators, and that was discontinued because of the poor demand. So, unless and until we have a good recognized degree course on the diabetes education, so that a quality diabetes educators come into the market, and then there is a policy to employ at least one educator in every multi-specialty and super specialty hospital. I think things are not going to improve. So, what is your take on this, Majumdar sir?
Sorry, say that again. I'm just got a bit disconnected.
Actually, what I got from your insights and this insights that the diabetes educator is a very important part in the diabetes management. It is a full-time job, but most of the courses for the diabetes educators are either part-time, 3 months, 6 months, hardly 1 year course. So why don't we have a structured, standardized graduation and post-graduation courses for the diabetes educators? Like in the West Bengal University of Health Sciences, we had a degree course for the diabetes educators, I think 3 to 4 years back, but they discontinued. I don't know why. But there is no other university across India. I don't know outside India whether there is any degree course in the education or not. Because unless and until we get a quality educator, it is very difficult to integrate them with the job prospects. So, what is your take on this?
See, my take home message is very simple. My take home message is very simple. That if you cannot create employment, you'll not find any takers for the course. That is the first and foremost thing. So there has to be, see, anybody who's going to do a course must find some employment at the end of the course. And after that, see, in any of the certificate courses that we do, for example, the CCBDM course that we do, for example, for the doctors, or that is to educate them about the management of diabetes. Now, why do people do that course? Because after doing that course, in their profession, it is going to help them to see more diabetes patients and serve more diabetes patients. Now, if you just imagine you put yourself in the shoes of a diabetes educator, and basically she's learning, but at the end of the day, after learning, there is no job. So until unless we can address this basic issue of providing jobs for the diabetes educators and spread this concept, I mean, we can do umpteen number of meetings like this, but nothing is going to come around till the health universities or the health administrations in this country or in the state take up diabetes education on a or the role or appreciate the role of the diabetes educators on a priority basis. Otherwise, I mean, any sort of discussion that we're going to do. So that is primary that's the primary root of the problem. If you get a diabetes educator, at least in government hospitals, I'm not talking about teaching hospitals, even in say there are many hospitals now in West Bengal, for example, who've got diabetes clinics. See, if a diabetes educator can be employed there, and we all know that the diabetes, the number of patient heads in any government hospital is very high. So they are all very busy clinics. So the presence of a diabetes educator in such a setup in a diabetes clinic will take a lot of maybe one or two diabetes educators. And for example, in SSKM, they've got diabetes educators. But in other hospitals, which see a lot of diabetes patients, but the patients, the doctors are completely overburdened in trying to explain to the patients how to take an insulin injection and things and so on and so forth. In fact, I can tell you quite a few of these pharmaceutical companies, like the ones who sell insulin,
Yes.
they have got their own diabetes educators course, like Lilly and Novo, they have got their own diabetes
Yes.
educators course, and they do it. And so people who
Yes.
have been trained there, I know of a few people who have been trained there, they can teach the patients how to use the insulin, how to see, because that is one of the primary things. And but again, there should be a recognition on behalf of the medical fraternity about the role of the diabetes educators. Because if the medical fraternity does not recognize, the patients will only listen to the doctor, and they will
Yes.
only listen to the diabetes educator if the doctor tells them that you have to listen to what she's saying. Until unless you can do that, um, that is going to be a bigger stumbling block. In the Western world, as I mentioned, the role of diabetes educators is very well established. So nobody asks, if not even the patients. If the patients, I remember when I was working in UK, if the patients had a sort of a day-to-day problem, they'd not get back to the consultant. They'd get back to the diabetes educator. The diabetes educator serves as a sort of a link between, you know, what as a doctor and the patient. So, with a good diabetes educator, the job of the doctor is also lessened. And this is one message we have got to spread around, that if in a diabetes clinic, if you have got a diabetes educator, then half of your workload goes away, because she will explain this, how to take insulin, how to use the diet, how to do the exercise, how to do the foot care, all these things, whatever. And we are writing about all these things in the different books that we're publishing. But actually, this knowledge or this information, it goes completely astray if you do not use, if you cannot apply it. A theoretical knowledge just without any practical application is no knowledge at all.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for sharing your insight. So, coming back to Mr. Indrajit, uh, as a stakeholder of diabetes educators and uh, uh, making many advices to the different government bodies, what do you think uh, the job prospects for the about the job prospects of diabetes educators in India? Because there are many countries, like few Western countries, where every T1D gets attached with one diabetes educator. In our neighbor country like Bangladesh, every diabetes clinic has a mandate to employ diabetes educators. So, is there any framework like this in our country? And if not, what is your opinion and vision as a stakeholder for the diabetes educators in the India?
No,
See,
at present there is actually no policy, no policy, because what again I refer that in-depth study that showed that people are not achieving the target. The management is very poor. But government, I think, the government level, they should take the policy decision. Otherwise, it will not work. So Dr. Mohindra is saying that the pharmaceuticals are engaging the diabetes educators. A lot of diabetes educators completed a course from our day has joined pharmaceuticals. But that is not for the purpose. Ultimately, the diabetes is a lifelong disorder. So you have to maintain your everything lifelong, and you have to take own decision. If you were not well informed or not properly empowered, you won't take the right decision, and it affects your ultimate management as well as you will land up with the complications. So only government can change the scenario. What we can What is government? Who is government? Government is by the people, for the people. So what we can do, we can make some movement. We can do the consistent movement, because diabetes educators are the pillar of the diabetes management. That is the established thing. But execution part we have to look into. So I think this is the perfect date to start some different movement. We should be united to bring the notice of the policymakers. What Dr. Mrinder also said, that policymakers, we have to do some noise, more noise, and their diabetes educators have to play the major role here. Diabetes educators should come forward and united and make some good noise, good noise. I have some honey suggestions also, because the election is very important in our country. So in earlier case, I suggested few T1Ds. So please file the nomination. File the nomination against the prominent leaders.
It's a good idea to get attention.
That may bring the type 1 in the yes. We actually media, our media is can play a very big role. They have to think because lot of myths are there. What will change? That in our case we saw that diabetes educators intervention as make difference, huge change in the management of the diabetes population. So we have to find out some way to attract the policymakers, to attract the policy. Just one example, 2 days back, the central government has revised the GST and everything. There was movement for the less GST on the consumables for the T1Ds and everything, CGM. The CGM rate revised, and now the 5% GST instead of the 18%. So we have to do some continuous movement. That's the thing. Man, continuity is important, and here diabetes educators have to play the important role. They have to come forward because they have to establish their role in our society. We are trying from day. We are always trying to pamper the diabetes educators. Our every action, every activities are diabetes educators centric. So we are giving the diabetes educators award. It's a recognition. It's a huge recognition. We have our course, college recognized course. We are doing regular update for the diabetes educators through our social medias, and it's a special appeal to all my fellow diabetes educators that knowledge is the power. Knowledge is the power. Please, please, please empower yourself first, because it is you that when the diabetes population will start to depend upon you, you people will get the recognition in our society. So I think this is the day to rededicate ourselves, to rededicate the diabetes educators towards our society, and make some good noise, so that our policymakers, the sound should reach to the policymakers.
In fact, if I may suggest something here, is that
Yes, sir.
one of the best ways to go forward here is to get the policymakers involved in our thought process. Otherwise, things are not going to work out. We can have
Yes, yes.
umpteenth of day, Diabetes Educators Day, but nothing will happen till we get the policymakers convinced about the role of the diabetes educators. We can start it at the state level and then maybe get it up to the national level. But
Agreed,
basically,
agreed.
ultimately, the health ministers and other people, they have to be involved. Maybe we have to seek an audience with the health ministers, and start this sort of give them a suggestion like that, and offer them, because any politician, they are very lazy people. They do something only when they find it's of interest to them. So basically, what I suggest is that we have to show that to the policymakers, that well, this is something what you can do, and this is where they can help. That is a realistic way to really create a movement, because in that case, when the people like what has been done with the type 1 clinics in Bengal, similar thing can be done with the diabetes educators in Bengal also. I mean, I can speak only about Bengal because obviously I'm not part of what's happening all over the country. I know in many of the South Indian states, many of these hospitals, they have got dedicated diabetes educators. I know that, but it's typically lacking in Bengal. So what I would suggest is that we have to get the policymakers involved, maybe invite them to our sessions in the DIC, and let them listen to the problems. Only when they know what the problems are and how the diabetes educator is going to solve the problems, only then they'll be convinced about doing something. Otherwise, we'll keep on discussing this year after year with no effect.
I have to add one thing, Dr. Mujumdar here. Here, since there is a lot of myths in our country and the diabetes burden is growing day by day, that the common people have an important role. Because in our experience, since we are doing field work for the last 19 years, the common people are also very, very casual regarding their diabetes management. That is one a very important part as per my experience. Because the most important thing is that why you are treat diabetes or a diabetes person are going to the physicians or taking medicines. Why? To control the blood sugar, ultimately to avoid or delay the complications. So he or she is not monitoring himself or herself. That is the approach. Common people has to play a major role here.
Actually, rightly pointed out, most of the people are still not very aware about the diabetes status or their complication, maybe because of the less media coverage regarding the disease, and maybe less killing power in immediate term, like COVID. Everybody get to knew it very at the moment it spread because people fear death. But in diabetes, complications will arise after a decade or two. So people are less concerned about those complications who are not evident in the near future. But yes, they can be made aware provided they get a good education. And education can be provided by educators. So we have one educator with us today, Ms. Kajan Hassan. I have got a very uh, a good time with her because she worked with me since 2016. And now she is outstation from our hospital. And but she is with the day since very beginning, since long time. And she has seen a very ups and downs in her life from one patient to five patient to 100 patient. So I would like to invite Ms. Kajal, share your journey and challenges faced by you in the past, whether you are having those challenges in the today's scenario or not, and what are your demands from the authorities or stakeholders of the diabetes management, like doctors, hospitals, government. So, what is your opinion, madam?
Thank you, sir. Actually, I have joined in this field since 2014, and my first journey has been started with a hand with a day. And I'm very much thankful that I have started with the journey from these organizations. And that time I was the freshers and I was dealing with a diabetes person. And that time I was also not that much empowered as well as I could not understand that much. But gradually, when times flies, and I could understand that the diabetes persons who lives in urban or the rural areas, both their knowledge about the diabetes are more or the same. Not like that, the person if living in the urban areas, they knows the basic what is diabetes, how the complications are happening. But I have seen in my journey that both the places about the diabetes educations are very poor. And when I joined in Durgapur with you, sir, and like we have created a diabetes clinic, and in that area there are so many rural areas nearby. We are sure that they doesn't have the economical constraint, but main problem is they doesn't have the minimum knowledge about the diabetes. Like when they are coming to a clinic, I think you remembered the diabetes persons, and that time his random blood sugar was more than 400 something, and you have like advised him to have the insulin. I think that time and that area insulin was the like most phobia things was there. And like he ran away from our clinic. And the common things what is happening that the diabetes person, that particular diabetes person, he went for the so many visited the other physicians, so he hoped that maybe the other person doesn't prescribe the insulin. But when he came back again to our clinic after 3 years, I remember especially that case. Already, he visited the at first the surgeon, and after that surgeon has referred to our clinic, and already his two finger was not there, and now he was ready to like amputate the others. So that time he told you, sir, you have requested me, you have advised the insulin. I didn't took that time. So now I am realizing, now whatever you will prescribe, I will follow. He has realized, but he lost the very like the parts of his body, and it will never come back again. So this area where doctor cannot reach, and I think the most important part of the diabetes educator, because of the diabetes educator can work the rural and urban both the places. And I hope the doctors cannot, that doesn't have so much time to counsel them, and they cannot work in the community level to each and every places to educate it from zero to A to B and so on. I hope. And I think the one other things what I feel personally, being the diabetes educator. Now, please don't take other ways all the physicians who present here, because I have seen there are many physicians still. I can speak about the West Bengal. They are not ready to take the help from the diabetes educator. Maybe there are so many reasons, particular reasons I cannot I cannot share. But I think they may feel that we are not that much empowered. That would be, and other things maybe they feel that whatever they can advise. I think those things I can cover, and if I will keep the diabetes educator in my standalone clinic, so I need to pay again to her, and it may cost high, and I think so. But this is my request to all the physicians. They also understand the importance of the diabetes educator, and of what Dr. Mojumdar sir has shared with us, that only speak about the diabetes educator is not the solution. But we need to understand to give them the employment, and I think that could help us. So I think the Dr. Amit sir has joined us, so
Yes,
if we
yes.
can hear from him. Yeah,
So,
thank you.
Dr. Gupta, so we are very pleased to have you again, and I hope your connections are good now. So, Dr. Gupta, am I audible? Yes, sir. Yes, yes. So, since you are very closely related with the diabetes education, so, sir, uh, how to reach the grassroots level for the diabetes education, especially to integrate it with the primary healthcare level, so that each and every person can have access to the diabetes education. And you are associated with the idea, most of the courses are in the English, but most of the people who need diabetic education don't know English. So how to reach those people? What are the things need to be done? What are the things you are doing? What are the suggestions you can give it to us? Give to us. So sir, your take.
Thank you, Dr. Rakesh. Thank you, Dr. Sujoy, Mr. Day, and the entire team of the IDED. And I'm really, it's a pleasure to be on this prestigious platform. And let me tell you one thing, that diabetes educator, and this has been discussed in this platform, that diabetes educators, they are very, very important component of any team. And if you want to address the problem of the diabetes, it can only be addressed with diabetes educators on the board. And Mr. Day has given me a chapter in the book, which where I've talked only about the challenges. What are the challenges which a diabetes educator is facing? And I think these are the real challenges, because we need to understand that simply talking that more diabetes education, who will do the diabetes education? And doctors, they don't have the time to do the diabetes education. We don't recognize diabetes educators. There is no formal education for diabetes educators, and at the same time, it is not a career which is financially lucrative at this point of time. So if someone wants to be a diabetes educator, what should be the motivation to do that? People living with type 2 diabetes, living with type 1 diabetes, they're doing on their bit. They're learning and they are becoming the champions. They're trying to educate because they don't want others to suffer. But if someone wants to take this as a profession, then especially if we talk about the countries like India and the other countries in the Southeast Asia or the other Asian countries, the diabetes educators, they don't have a formal recognition. So they are not recognized in the hospitals, they are not recognized. So now some of the clinics and other things, they may be having it. But I think first of all, we need a lot of advocacy for this, because unless until we are not able to give a respectable place to our colleagues who are doing the most important part of diabetes management, that is the diabetes education, then how are we going to address the burden of the diabetes globally? And coming to you, the IDF School of Diabetes is taking a lot of steps along with the guidance of the our chair, Dr. Peter Swartz, Dr. Neeti Pal, who is the president-elect, Dr. Bansi Sabu, who is currently the chair of the IDF Southeast Asia. We are trying to bring out the educational material, which is not only in one language but in multiple languages, and can be translated and locally acceptable. Locally, it should be locally as well as culturally relevant. So give education only happens only when you are able to reach to the grassroots level. So I think my take on this, that we want to develop curriculum which is certified by the IDF, and at least some formal recognition for the diabetes educators, and a more cohesive network between the entire care delivery system, whether it is a at the level of the physician, diabetes educator, endocrinologist, or anybody. So I think this ecosystem needs strengthening in India. Only then we will be able to address this problem.
Definitely. Thank you. Sir, uh, I personally feel that diabetes management is more than the guideline. It's a feeling, it's a sense of care. And in my clinic, I have luxury of having three diabetes educators in my clinic, and no patient in my clinic lives without having consultation with a diabetes educator. So we need to change our mindset. Doctors are the most important pillar for the diabetes management, and they need support of the diabetes educators. They need to understand that diabetes educators are for them only. If your patient is having good glycemic control, it will improve your
Yes.
name and fame only. So doctors need to be more accommodative.
Yes.
And having said this, I would like to invite
Dr. Rakesh,
again. Yes, sir.
I will be leaving in a minute, so I would just like to make one more comment
Yes,
here.
yes,
Recently, I was addressing a meeting in Indonesia, and meeting was the capacity building and how a collaborative team approach should be taken. So I think the teams are not formed when you are into practice. The team culture develops right from the education level. So when a person is going under medical training or a person is undergoing diabetes educator training, the gelling which happens at that time, then
yes,
only then the bonding happens, only then the ecosystem will strengthen. So I think we need to take care of this part also, that how we can
yes.
inculcate this important understanding right at the beginning, that how we need to learn to work in the team. So the
Teamwork.
problem is that the teamwork, we believe the teamwork will come spontaneously, but it doesn't happen. So we have to make efforts to make the team work, and for that integration of this team is important right from the beginning.
Yes,
Dr.
very
Gupta, I
rightly
have
said, sir.
I have to add, I have like to add one point here. We are discussing diabetes educators challenges and everything. Sorry, first of all, thank you for fantastic chapter that will be published on the 7th of
Yes,
September.
it's a very fantastic chapter, sir.
Fan-
Personally,
Fantastic chapter. So actually, we need to build up a roadmap for in the policy making area, in the education area, courses area. So I think this is the very auspicious day for the dedicated for diabetes educators. So can we do some planning that within 3 months or 4 months we can build up a working group or just like that to start the process of the roadmap
Yes,
or
yes.
white paper.
Yes, Mr. Day, we can do that. And let me give you one very important example. Right now, most of the organizations, they work with a short-term goal. Uh, have a 5-year plan. Make a 5-year plan that after 5 years, in 2030, when you have this meeting, what the challenges which we are discussing today, how many of them we are able to address, how many of them we able to change. So this is very, very important, and we should have some well-defined goals. They may be tough. We may not be able to achieve all. But if we have only a short-term goal that 3 months, 6 months, 1 year conference, nothing changes at the end of the 1 year, right? So I will request you, because this is a very, very important organization, come out with a 5 year plan. That this is my
Yes,
5 year plan, and then roll it out as a 5 year plan, and
yes, yes.
then have a
We
benchmarking.
need we need you on the board.
100%. I am always there, even not on the board. I am always there as one of the person, because I'm passionate about diabetes. So anytime, even not on the board, you can always connect with me, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
Gupta.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank
So
you for your.
now we are moving towards the end of our program. So one final comment from the Majumdar sir, Sujay sir. Please give take-home message to us, to doctor colleagues and educators and other stakeholders.
Yeah, my simple take-home message, as I told you, we have had a lot of discussion, and my simple take-home message, as Dr. Gupta has rightly said right now,
Yes.
is that there has to be a proper education material, number one. Number two, there has to be a proper spreading of this concept throughout our whole country, that the diabetes educators form a mandatory component of the diabetes management system in this country. So until unless, to summarize this, until unless we can spread this message around, there's no way actually we can get going. But I'm glad to know that IDF is taking up some good ways, some good measures to really work it out in that way. So that is something which is going to be very, very helpful. We can only hope that things are going to get better from here. That's all. Thank you.
Final comments from Mr. Ided.
Yes, because I think the continuity or consistency is most important. So since Day is working in this field for the last 19 years, and we are not organizing conferences. We are doing throughout the year activities with the diabetes educators, because our every activities, diabetes educators are in the main role. So we are organizing this conference on the basis of on the occasion of International Diabetes Educators Day. This is the 10th year, so we are consistent. So I think we can take this resolution today, that we can make a roadmap for the what Dr. Gupta suggested, 5 years or 10 years roadmap. And again, having said that to achieve that goal or to achieve that roadmap, diabetes educators have to play an important role. They have to come forward. They have to be united. So we are the platform where the diabetes educators across the country are getting the chance to interact with them in our different programs. Earlier mentioned that we have a monthly update program in Facebook. We are Best Indian Diabetes Educator Award. So our platform is for the diabetes educators. So please do come forward. And again, very happy International Diabetes Educators to all the diabetes educators community. Salute to all of you for your fantastic dedicated work towards our society. Thank you.
Thank you. Last take-home message from our main stakeholder, Ms. Kajal Hasda. What is your suggestion for the improvement of status of diabetes educators across the globe and in India? And few simple words.
Yes, I think in a single sentence I can end up this, because I think not only the diabetes educator, so I think the physicians, the doctor, and the diabetes educator, both they should stand up together to keep hand to hand, and they should raise the noise. And only the diabetes educator cannot do, but they needs the help of the physicians. I think doctor, physicians, and the diabetes educator all together, we should raise the noise, and definitely I think we can do something, and like the impact of the diabetes educator we can establish. I hope so. Thank you.
So, gist of the today's discussion is, as the Dr. Gupta said, team care should be incorporated rightly from beginning of the study during the BBS days. If doctors learn to work in team, they will need to understand the importance of educators. If they understand this, they will employ them. If the demand grows, the acceptability will increase, and ultimately the quality of education as well as educators will improve. So everything is interconnected. But we may have challenges, but we have overcome many challenges in the past, and we will overcome this challenge too. So, with this positive note, I am ending today's panel discussion. Wish you all a very happy uh, Teachers' Day as well as International Diabetes Educators Day, and thank you all for joining for today's panel discussion. And now, uh, giving this platform back to the Ms. Kajal Hasla for the Diabetes Educator Award ceremony. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, and thank you all the panelists. So from back end, so can we see the screen? So this is the most awaited time we have reached. So I think all the finales are very tensed and they're eagerly waiting.
Which is a vibrant society with over 200 member associations across the globe in every continent, I think, apart from Antarctica. This year, of course, is a very important year because we celebrate the discovery of insulin 100 years ago by Banting and Best in Toronto. And I congratulate, on behalf of the IDF, Dr. Basu and his colleagues for establishing this World Diabetes Awareness or World Diabetes Educators Day, which is today in India, September the 5th. It's actually the same date here as well, but a bit earlier. So this is a very important thing. Education, many people say, what are the three most important things in diabetes? And the answer is often education, education, and more education. So education is, of course, vital. And I'm delighted that the city of Calcutta, which I've visited, I've been honored to visit and lecture in many times, a beautiful city, just the West Bengal and the northeast of India, has established this important precedent. And I congratulate you on your society, diabetes awareness, and you.
So thank you. And I think this is very important time. Just we want to discuss that we have received so many nominations for the junior categories, around 70 nominations, but due to the criterias, only the 5 candidate has been shortlisted for the junior categories. And from the best Indian diabetes educator, there were the 40 numbers of the nomination form we have received. But as per the criteria, only the 4 candidate has been shortlisted. So let's see who were the finalists at first. Backend, can you please share the screen? So the recognitions of the Best Indian Diabetes Educator. So at first we will see the nominees: Miss Aishwarya R, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Next, Miss Fatma Firdaus, she is from Kolkata, West Bengal. Next, Miss Paramita Patanaik, Kolkata, West Bengal. Next finalist is Miss Meghman Yogi from Kolkata, West Bengal. And Tanushree Shaha, she is from Kolkata, West Bengal. So next see, just wait from these are the senior categories. Just wait for a second. Backend I request. Yeah, just from the Miss Ejul Rekha. These are the Best Indian Diabetes Educator finalists. Let's meet. At first, Miss Ejul Rekha Kumar. She is from Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Next is Mr. Vivek Nagrare from Nagpur, Maharashtra. Next, Miss Komal Srivastava. She is from Kolkata, West Bengal. And next finale is Miss Jankhana Sethi. She is from Mumbai, Maharashtra. All the finalists, they are the excellent and they have tried their best levels. But as per the rules, we need to announce only the winners. But as our view, all the diabetes educator who went through the so much hurdle interview sessions, I think all the finalists were the winner from our end. So I request Mr. Indrajit Majumdar, our secretary of our organizations, to announce the winner's name. Backend, please hold for a second. I request Mr. Indrajit Majumdar, please
Ajol,
come up.
actually,
Yes.
we can show our esteemed jury members also. So, Backend,
Okay.
please.
Please share our jury members. Yes. So let's meet our.
Just stop. Actually, as per our
Yes.
policy, we every year we choose 5 jury members from 5 parts of the India. That's our policy. So this year also we have 5 jury members, one from UP, another from Pune, from Ahmedabad, from Bengaluru, and from Kolkata. And this year we have introduced another set, that is the best motivator or best mentor, because we know that in the case of diabetes educators, junior diabetes educators need good mentors. Our mentor can play an important role for the diabetes educators, for the empowerment of the diabetes educators. So we have included that criteria also this year, this category, and decided that whoever will won the best junior diabetes educator award, and the mentor of that his or her will recognize him or her being the best mentor of Indian junior diabetes educator. So I think that all is clear to all of you or who are watching this live through Facebook or YouTube, that we had 2 categories till date. One is senior category, that is the 35 years cutoff age. Below 35 years, the junior category. And this year we have started to recognize the best mentor of the best Indian junior diabetes educator. We have 5 judges. They have interviewed each of the final nominees. And after that, they have scored their marks sent to us, and after compilation,
Backend is
compilation,
muted.
maximum marks who got the maximum marks will be declared as the best Indian junior diabetes educator or best Indian diabetes educator. And again, I am repeating that in the case of junior category, whoever is the mentor of that best junior diabetes educator will recognize him or her as the best mentor of Indian junior diabetes educator 2024-25. So, any guess from anybody from our live performance who are watching our live?
I think they can write down in the chat box.
Because yes, because I know few of the diabetes educators here. There are a lot of fan followings in the social medias. So, okay. First, we are going to the result of the best junior Indian diabetes educator 2024-25. And just wait, background, just wait. I'm giving some clue. She is from definitely India. She is from southern part of the India. Our this year best junior diabetes educator 2024-25 is Aishwarya R.
Backend, please share the screen.
Congratulations, Aishwarya.
Thank you so much, sir.
According to the marks given by the all 5 jury members, congratulations, Aishwarya.
Thank you
And
so
as
much,
per our tradition, our first winner, Jill from Mumbai, will hand over the everything virtually because we are far away. So actually, as a prize, you will get 5,000 rupees as we promised, a gold medal
Thank you,
and
sir.
a certificate signed by all the jury members.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations again. You have to take the oath. Jill
Sure.
is habituated. So last year he did so. So Jill, it's your turn to give the oath to Aishwarya.
Yes, sir.
Aishwarya,
Yes,
now Miss
stand up.
Jill will read the oaths, and just after the Jill, just you repeat the same. And I request the backend, please share the screen of the oath. Thank you. Jill, please start. Yes.
I am a true
I am a true
and dedicated diabetes educator.
and dedicated diabetes educator.
Every breathing patient
Every
with diabetes is my responsibility.
with diabetes is my responsibility.
Education is my key.
Education is my key.
Empowerment is my goal.
Empowerment is my goal.
I promise to be receptive
I promise to be receptive
and shall understand,
and shall understand,
empathize,
empathize,
reflect,
reflect,
and reassure without bias.
and reassure without bias.
I will keep myself updated
I'll keep myself updated
on the latest developments in diabetes
on the latest developments in diabetes
management and share the same
management and share the same
for the benefit of the sick.
for the benefit of the sick.
I will not be ashamed to say I know not. Sorry.
I will
Hello.
not be ashamed to say I know not,
Nor will I fail to call on my colleagues
nor will I fail to call on my colleagues
when the skill of another is needed for a patient's recovery.
when the skills of another is needed for the patient's recovery.
I will respect the privacy of all my patients
I will respect the privacy of all my patients.
I commit to foster diabetes aware society
I commit to foster a diabetes aware society
and add healthy years to life.
and add healthy years to life.
I have been and will continue to strive
I have been and will continue to strive
for a diabetes free society.
for a diabetes free society.
Congratulations, Aishwarya.
Thank you so much. And on this Teacher's Day, this would be the best gift I can give to my mentor. Thank you so much.
Actually,
Yeah,
actually, these are all our the final nominees, and it was a very tough decision for the jury members also. That is almost photo finish like thing. So congrats to all the final nominees. So once again, congrats Aishwarya, and thank you,
Thanks.
Jill. Thank you, Jill, for your presence. And now the senior category. Before that, I saw that Dr. Amit De has joined. I would like to request Dr. Amit to say something because today we had our contested panel discussion. We already did. Now we are giving the Best Indian Diabetes Educator Award. Just we have completed the junior category. We will proceed with the senior category right now. I would like to request to say something.
Thank you very much. I hope I'm audible, Mr. Indrajit. I'm in the middle
Yes,
of not a
yes,
very good
yes.
bandwidth. But at the outset, first of all, a big congratulations to all the award winners and all the participants. I think it's a win for everybody. Also, congratulations to those who are passing on the baton of the oath. And special congratulations to the entire day team, Mr. Indrajit, Kajol, and everybody for taking this initiative of recognizing the efforts of diabetes educators across the country. And it was just the other day that Mr. Indrajit and myself, we were sitting in my clinic and we were discussing on this that everybody should not only be empowered, but they should also be encouraged and also rewarded for the efforts that they put in. It is diabetes education is something that should come out of passion and out of a care for the society and individual living with diabetes. It is practically more than a profession. It's a passion with profession. Only then you can be a successful diabetes educator. And I'm very sure that awards like this will only get you encouraged and make you more enthusiasm and provide you with more sincerity to put that 110% for the patient, beyond going one step ahead, beyond what you should do conventionally. Once again, a very big congratulations to all of you. Keep on inspiring everybody else. This is most important. When I train my educators, I say that you are not only setting an example for your colleagues, but also to the next generation of educators and also to the peer groups around you. So keep on setting an example and always try to improvise and always try to uh, give the best of your efforts. And even if it is the last patient of the day or the last person of the day, try to give your 110% for the patient. I think that is where you stand out as an educator. That is where you stand out as a healthcare professional that cares for an individual living with diabetes and not only just treating them. Big congratulations to all of you, and many congratulations to Mr. Indrajit and the team for taking this initiative and continuing this for over the years. Once again, thank you very much for inviting me. And from Empower T1D community, we are always there to support any initiative that is taken by Diabetes Awareness and You organization. And to all of you as educators, we are always there to support in any activity you are doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Dr.
much,
De.
sir.
Thank you for taking time out from your busy schedule. So now we are moving on to the senior category. We saw that there were 4 final nominees, one from Chennai, Tamil Nadu, one from Pune, one from Kolkata, and another from
Maharashtra.
Mumbai.
Right.
Actually, the final nominees have represented India, whole India. So that is the uniqueness of this initiative, actually. Because Kajol just told that in the beginning that this year we have got in the junior category 70 odd applications. We have done the screening on the basis of set criteria. In the case of senior category, we got 40. So a little bit tough, definitely, because when we are giving someone the best thing, best, so they have to go through some rigorous process. So ultimately, what the judges, the experience shared in our, we have already shared in our social media, that they they just confess that this is a very tough decision for them to marking all the final nominees. Ultimately, we have to give award to one. Na? So in the case of senior category also, last there is a tie. There was a tie. I just saw in the tabulation sheet, and the last round met the winner. So
So I
here,
think don't disclose the name at first. So I think, yeah,
no,
please continue.
definitely.
Yeah.
So, but before that, before declaring the name, you people are all fantastic as per the opinion of the judge. Because I was not there in the process. What I got from the judges, they have shared with me their personal experience, and definitely they shared their experience in the public forum also. All the videos in our social media platforms. So now the winner, the senior category Best Indian Diabetes Educator. In the
Goes
case of
to
senior
vacant.
category, we have a prize of 10,000 rupees, a gold medal, and a certificate. And definitely, this year we are going to organize the 10th day on the day after tomorrow, 7th. And this year, the who will win the this award will get the definite session in the next day. Or that's the also commitment. But we also request the winners also to promote the diabetes education in your way. We are doing monthly programs. Please be associated with us for dissemination of the educations. Because ultimately, since we are working in the grassroots level, there is a huge need of the hour, that is the education, education, education. So again, once again, I would like to request all of you to just rededicate yourself on this day towards the society for the cause of diabetes. Now the senior category winner is
Should
our
back
very
and
own,
please, show the screen, please.
our very own city, Kolkata.
So big applause.
Congrats, Kamal Srivastava. Kamal, where
Miss
are you?
Commerce.
Yes. Am I?
Yeah. So big congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so overwhelmed. Thank you. Thank you.
So, congrats to you, Kamal, and congrats to all other final nominees. Now we have the Mahira with us. Mahira, actually last year we did not find any suitable candidate for the senior category. In the screening stage, we didn't find any suitable candidate for the final nominee. So here, Mahira was there in the 2022-23. Mahira with us. Mahira,
Yes. Good evening,
can
everyone.
you?
Yes,
Yeah.
good day.
How are you?
I am absolutely fine and I hope you did the same.
Now we have to hand over this prize virtually. And since one thing, we are trying to hand over the prize to Kamal on the next Sunday physically, because Kamal is from Kolkata and
Okay.
our conference is on the next coming Sunday. And Kamal is there already in there being the faculty. Kamal has also contributed a chapter in our book, chapter on the 100,000 days nutrition. Komal is a fantastic working in the field of diabetes for many years. So congrats, Komal. And we are promising you that you hand over the prize and everything physically on next Sunday in Delhi. Now the traditions, Mahira will virtually hand over the prizes. Here you can see the gold medal, you can see the check here, and you have to take the oath from Mahira.
Yes.
Second, please.
Please show the oaths.
Hi, Kajal. I request you to repeat it after me. I am a true and a dedicated diabetes educator.
I am a true and a dedicated diabetes educator.
Every breathing patient with diabetes is my responsibility.
Every breathing patient with diabetes is my responsibility.
Education is my key and empowerment is my goal.
Education is my key and empowerment is my goal.
I promise to be receptive and shall understand, empathize, reflect, and reassure without bias.
I promise to be
Receptive.
receptive and shall understand, empathize, and reflect, and reassure without bias.
I will keep myself updated on the latest development in diabetes management and share the same for the benefit of the sick.
I will keep myself updated on the latest diabetes developments in diabetes management and share the same for the benefit of the sick.
I will not be ashamed to say I know not, nor will I fail to call on my colleagues when the skills of another is needed for the patient's recovery.
I will not be ashamed to say I know not, nor will I fall to call on my colleague when the skills of another is needed for the patient's recovery.
I will respect the privacy of all my patients.
I will respect the privacy of all my patients.
I commit to foster diabetes awareness society and add healthy years to life.
I commit to foster a diabetes
aware society.
Diabetes aware society and add
Healthy years.
health to life.
I have been and will continue to strive for diabetes-free society.
I have been and will continue to strive for a diabetes-free society. Thank you.
Congratulations, Komal. And
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Congrats. Once again, thank you to Mahira. As I have already mentioned that this year we have started to recognize the mentor behind the junior diabetes educator. And as per our decision that who will get the best junior diabetes educator award, we will recognize his or her mentor. This year, Aishwarya has filled up the form with the name of her mentor, and he's very known to all of us. He's actually a legend figure. So, I can please move on. We are honored, this year we are honored to
Please hold on. Please hold on. Vacant, please, the previous page. Previous place, the Dr. Mohan sir. Please hold on.
So, actually, Aishwarya is attached with the Dr. Mohan Specialty Center, Chennai. So, she has rightly mentioned Dr. Mohan sir's name in the mentor. So, we are also honored to give this recognition or this award to Himohan sir. Himohan sir is a legend figure. I have a privilege to discuss a lot of times with her in a lot of issues. So, thank you, sir, for making us diabetes educators, fantastic diabetes educators in India. And they salute your dedication to work, sir. Thank you.
And I think in our Teachers' Day,
Exactly.
this is like the right day, I must say, to just a small contribution. I think the sir is dedicatedly working and silently behind of so many diabetes educators. As we discussed in the panel discussion, the quality diabetes educator is the most important things, and which is the Dr. Bhimun sir is silently doing from the back end. So really, sir, we are honored and we are thankful to you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Indrajit sir and Kajal ma'am. I'm just a representation of many diabetes educator in our center, and this is really an honor for all of us. So by giving me this award, I think you're honoring all our diabetes educator in our center. Thank you so much.
Actually, Aishwarya, what you know that you have achieved the award. We are not giving because you all are very fantastic. Were the final nominee. After the screening process, we selected the final nominees. And again, I am telling you all that the judges shared the same, almost same experience, all the judges. It is very tough for them to select the final. So you all are fantastic. You all are fantastic. But we have to give award to someone, na? And Vaishya, you took the oath, and Kamal, you took the oath on behalf of the diabetes educators. You are representing the community. You are representing the community, diabetes educator community, and just empowerment is your weapon. Just proper knowledge, education, and once again, I would like to congratulate all of you, the final nominees here, and definitely Vaishya and Kamal for taking the award. So you can share your experience also.
I just want to say a few words only. It will be few words definitely. I've got a lot of network issue. That's why I'm just putting off my video. The thing is, like for me, it is really something which I was not expecting, to be very honest. And the main reason behind me taking part in this competition is Indrajit sir, and because he wanted, like he said ki you should take part in it because you take care of patients for such long years, 17 long years. So I thought I just gave a chance, and I did not knew that just giving a chance to it I will be shortlisted and then I will win this. So it's really thankful, somewhere God is definitely, pointing out, but again, it is our thing, our what to say, intuition to see whether it is right or wrong. I'm really very happy for the award and honored too. But again, it brings a lots and lots of responsibility for me to work for my patients in a much, much more and better way so that I can at least make their life improved and the quality of life also a better one. So that promise today I will definitely make with myself first rather than with the others, because it is me who needs to carry this legacy forward. I'm happy. Thank you so much for it.
Thank you, Kamal. Once again, congratulations. Any comments from other final nominees? Please don't be so because you people are fantastic. Because one have to take the lead. So Vivek, a few words.
Thank you, Dada, for giving me the opportunity, and we wish you a very happy International Diabetes Educators Day.
Same to you, same to you, same to you.
Congratulations, Komal, and congratulations to my other colleagues also, Ezil Rekha and Ansada also. And thank you, Kajal, for giving us the opportunity. We had a very great experience because last 15 days we are just giving the interviews and all the sessions.
It was very tough. Vivek, it was very tough. And I was the witness there. So it was
Yes.
very tough.
I can understand. And Kajal, it was a very great experience because while giving these interviews, we are also learning and developing ourselves. So it's not an award only; it was an learning sessions. So I would love to participate again and again, not for the award, but for the learning sessions. So thank you, Day, and thank you to all.
Yes, I agree with you, Vivek, because of you should try again and again, because Aishwarya first time when she was applied, so she did not get own this award. So this is the second time I hope for the Aishwarya has submitted the nomination and she won. So who knows? Like if each and every diabetes educators are better and they are the best, they are doing hard work from their own place. But as we say, winners is only one. So Vaishwarya has won this award, so from the next year, Vaishwarya cannot submit the nominations. So other finalists, definitely you should submit your nominations. So don't be feel that like you are the failure. All of you are the winner.
Yes, yes,
Good
sure.
evening, good evening, day team. It's
Yes,
very
yes.
yeah. It's very immense pleasure to participate in this for the self-nomination. Really, it's a good time for learning for myself. So long back, so I'm getting the knowledge from my books. It's very, very nice. All the jury, I'd like to thank all the jury members and the team of day.org. It's really very pleasure to take this. Definitely, I will participate on next year. I will win the show.
Thank you, Ajin. Thank you. Yes, that is the spirit.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you, Day.
Jankana bolo.
Yeah, thank you so much, and learn a lot from all the judges and jury members. It's a learning
Yes, it's a big
opportunity.
learning
Thank you.
process. Big learning process. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Paramita, Tanushree. Few
Yes,
words
thank
from
you. Yes, thank you, Day Team. This is such a big opportunity and the platform. We learn many things in this interview session and the questioning, everything. We learn more things. Thank you so much, the Day Team.
it is Tanushree. Paramita, are you there? Paramita?
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much, the organization also. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. So now, with that, we can end today's award ceremony. Big thank you to all of you for joining, and congratulations to Vaishwarya and Kamal on your day. Good night to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Keep the doing good work. Thank you.
Thank you for all the interview.